Like many nations, the United Kingdom has been hit hard by COVID-19. There's the tragic loss of life, about 100,000 people at last count. There's also the economic devastation, which is actually worse than here in the United States or in many other developed nations. The biggest slowdown in more than 3 centuries. Holly Williams has the story from London.
Good morning. The UK government says this country is facing its worst recession since the Great Frost of 1709, back when the American colonies were still British and Benjamin Franklin was just 3 years old. They've been trading at Borough Market for at least 800 years. It's still open, but now on most days it's close to deserted.
Almost crippling, really. We've had to be really careful and a bit inventive to survive.
Charlie Foster's family has been selling fruit and vegetables in London for 4 generations, employing more than 50 people, but they've had to furlough half of them. Are you confident that you can survive another year of this?
Another year? No, we wouldn't be able to survive that long.
You'd go under, you'd go bankrupt.
For sure, yeah.
While the US economy shrank by 3.5% last year, the UK economy contracted by nearly 10%, and economists say it'll take longer to recover. This food bank is in a wealthy part of central London, a stone's throw from fashionable boutiques and houses that sell for tens of millions of dollars. Many of the people receiving food here used to be middle class.
I never thought in my wildest dreams that I'd ever come down here, having to come into a food bank. I used to give people money on the streets.
Jane Austen was a chef working in upscale venues before the pandemic hit. Now, she told us, she has to choose between heating her apartment or buying food.
I felt embarrassed, to be quite honest. I felt it was one of my lowest points, like, to come and ask for food.
And ironically, this food bank is in one of the wealthiest areas of London.
It's ironic. It's absolutely horrendous. I've paid taxes, and this is what I'm getting for my taxes. It's just heartache and pain.
It's breathtaking.
Dr. Miata Fanbulla is an economist who told us the British government's slow response to the pandemic, along with Brexit, have created a perfect storm of economic pain.
You have families that literally cannot feed their children. And I think as we see more images of this, there will be a sense that, our government are letting people down, and it is unacceptable.
You're saying this could bring down the government?
I think it's going to become a really thorny political issue for them.
For the first time ever last year, UNICEF, the United Nations agency that gives humanitarian assistance to children, helped feed British children. One prominent member of the UK government called it a, quote, political stunt. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Holly Williams in London.
Sounds like it's a necessary one, though. Thank you, Holly.